Okay, I figured since I had the phone out and I was doing this, I would go ahead and show you guys my scrapbook room. I finally had a kid that moved out and I got to take over the room. This is one of the bedrooms we actually haven't remodeled in our house yet. We were waiting for these kids to move out, but I overtook it with my scrapbooking stuff, so it'll probably go under a remodel this summer. But for now, I'm just thrilled to be able to have a space. So I'm going to try not to make you sick and start over here, which is by the door. I watched YouTube and got some great ideas from other people and made myself a clip up right here for all my stamps. So kind of heavy. I think I need to make another one because I actually have stamps over here that I haven't actually got to hang yet. And everything that I kind of threw in this room was stuff that was like laying all around the house because I didn't have a table to put in here, and so I made do with what I had, and I think it turned out pretty good. Up here I have all of my wooden stamps, and this was actually some boards that we bought to frame our windows with this summer when we remodeled our living room, and we didn't use them all, so I put some L brackets underneath there, and they're real nice and thin, as you can see, and they hold the stamps great. So I have two of those there holding my stamps, and over here in the corner I have my Longaberger basket, which I have noticed placed to display all my baskets and Peterborough baskets. So I'm going to use them for my crafting, and I just have all my scissors and glue and some miscellaneous things there. I don't really have everything organized quite the way I want it, but it's getting there. These shelves were in the basement, which somebody made for my boys when they were younger, and they weren't being used, so I hung those on the wall, had my Cricut cartridges up top, and then I burned lots and lots of candles, and I have all these jars, so finally you get a chance to recycle them. We got buttons and ribbons and flour and just miscellaneous things on the shelf. Here's a picture of my Grissom. We had him put to sleep this Christmas. This is one of my favorite pictures. I'm going to scrap that picture. And I was like, ugh, just one of those days. He had such floppy skin around his face, everything. He's such a cutie. I miss him so much. But and then right here I have some workspace in my Cricut. And like I said, I just kind of went around the room and the house and gathered up stuff. These were actually some particle boards that we had in the basement, and you can see there's two of them together. And I actually put them on top of the TV trays, and so that's pretty sturdy. That's not going anywhere. And then I put a single board going this way, and that's being held up by like shelf brackets. And these particular shelf brackets happen to have, like, I'll try to zoom in here, this little coat hook on them. And what I did is took a rod and went across the coat hook and was able to put my ribbon on there. So my ribbon lays right there underneath that shelf, and that shelf bracket is holding that piece of board up right there. I got to get a little thing to raise this. I think I'm going to paint this summer, though. Like I said, no sense in running out and buying a table. This is working. Under there is my son's tattoo supplies. He's a tattoo artist, so he kind of wanted to take up some space in my room. Sorry if this is making you dizzy. And then over here on the wall, I hung up my scrapbooking papers and cardstock. It's a little bit out of line, but I wanted to be able to display it so it was easy to get to, and I actually had these plate racks that I've never used. I've had them for like 10 years and took the tags off them because you can see they're actually like plate holders, and they worked out perfect for holding cardstock and holding some of my paper pads so I could get to them quickly or just see what I have. So, and then over here is a wire shelf, and I just have one of my baskets with envelopes and miscellaneous stuff. Like I said, not real organized yet, kind of, but not. There is my Sizzix. I got my embossing folders in here. Just some miscellaneous stuff and labels. Still have boxes that I got to go through and sort out from when they were in a closet. In this basket, I just have some of my smaller paper pads in here. And then down here, I got a box with all my stickers and just a container that holds my embellishments. I don't even know what that is. It's made out of tin. Another basket there with some projects that I started working on that I got to finish. Sewing machine, just, miscellaneous boxes for storage. I have my computer right there, along with some of my scrapbooking paper that I'm working with. A shelf there that holds, I gotta go through it. It's got some glue and glitter and punches and paper in the bottom too. And then on this shelf here I have my printer and my score pal or my scoreboard and some Cricut mats. And then underneath I have some, more embellishment stuff and ribbons and curly ribbons because I make homemade chocolates. That's actually like the first thing I ever started doing long before I got into scrapbooking. I love to make homemade chocolates and make lots of gifts and for the holidays. And then in this, I just bought this black box, like a milk crate box at Hobby Lobby. Got my magazines in there. And then this thing here is like a hamper that came out of the Target dollar bin, but it was actually $2.50. Nice and sturdy. It holds, I have my cellophane wrap for my gift baskets and craft wrap and a couple rolls of birthday paper and stuff. And then back up here, I have a filing cabinet which holds all of my chocolate molds. This was the best way for me to display my molds. Sorry, it got kind of dark. And in here is where I keep my cookie cutters and stuff in this top one. So that holds all those. But in my other drawers, I have all my chocolate molds just all lined up in here by categories, like Christmas and Valentine's Day and Easter and all that. So it works out really well for holding chocolate molds and all my supplies. So great thing to use a filing cabinet for. But hopefully I didn't make you too dizzy. It's just kind of an overview of my room. Like I said, I was just really super excited just to be able to get a room. Was tired of working out of the closet in the kitchen. So hoping to be able to get in here and do some scrapping and start sharing some more ideas with you guys. And that's all. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks. Bye.